Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. We have an update to one of my favorite couples in Bachelor Nation, Susie and Justin. Now, is the update that they have announced a breakup? No. The update is that they are stepping aside from making content together. Either way, both of them, A+, fantastic people, and the only win here is if they're both happy. That's the only win. I'll share some of this article. Susie Evans says she and Justin Glaze are trying to figure things out amid split speculation. So complicated. Hey, maybe they needed a break. Who knows? They're both, like I say this, guys, I've interviewed both of them on Driving with Dave. I've gotten a chance to talk to them both in different settings. They have always made me feel really important, which I think is what a good person does. They make someone feel special, you know? And it doesn't mean that their sort of style of dating is compatible. Who knows? She didn't work out with Clayton Echard, but of course they had a great breakup. They had the best breakup you could ever have. They both really took the high road, and they, all of that. Now, Justin, he came off very great on Katie Thurston's season. He took that breakup pretty well, I think. And I thought he came off good on Paradise, right? What was he on Paradise? She's hard to remember. Either way, it doesn't always work out. So I'm going to have this story for you right now. Other stories that we're covering here. Daisy is now being sponsored by Daisy Cottage Cheese. They'd be foolish to pass up on that cheesy grin. We knew Daisy was going to be working with Daisy Cottage Cheese after those bizarre TMZ photos came out of her at paparazzi where she was holding the Daisy in the right direction. I don't blame her. Get your money. Get your cottage cheese money. I used to hate cottage cheese. And as I became an adult, I started to like cottage cheese. You know what I mean? You start to watch more network TV. You eat cottage cheese. You don't drink as much alcohol, and you go to bed at a reasonable hour. What do you want from me? Either way, congratulations. I hope she's getting that cheese money. And by the way, I'm not going to cover it in this video, but we do have Clayton Echard updates. We have some police call updates, which I will have on the afternoon rush hour podcast. So the rush hour with Dave Neal, go check that out. Okay, anyhow, let's go into this article. So she says, Justin and I started out as friends. So what's most important for us was that we just respect each other, love each other through whatever our relationship became. Now, a question I have is, if they do break up, could they go back to being friends? My quick and honest thought is absolutely not. It's just not going to happen. Susie and Clayton kind of did the whole, we're going to respect each other and step down and we'll stay friends thing. And that's what you say publicly because it's the right move. It's the right move. You don't want people picking sides, but chances are if you break up, sometimes the most healthy thing is like a good, solid no contact. Now, she hasn't posted about him since I think the last post was 7 weeks ago, and a lot can happen in that time. I got to tell you, I've said this before, there is no better Instagram than Susie Evans. The quality of content she puts out is unbelievable. Look at this. She made a Downy commercial. I'm not going to play the audio. It's literally a Downy commercial with glide shots, steady cam, slow motion, voiceover. Like, what? Anyway, step up your game, other people. You're competing against Susie mother effing Evans. Either way, and Justin, by the way, super creative too. The former Bachelor contestant 30 told People at the 73rd annual Miss USA pageant in LA on August 4th that she and Glaze started out as friends. So what's most important is that we respect each other. She already said that. We think so highly of each other. We respect each other. So that is the forefront of everything. She said, I feel like in all of my past relationships, except for times when people have done something horrible to you, it's so hard because you want to be friends, but obviously you love that person. So again, it comes down to setting boundaries for yourself or for your relationship with that person or with the public or for whatever it is. Yeah, set boundaries. Rumors of a split between the pair were sparked when Ben Higgins and Ashley I speculated about the relationship on the Almost Famous podcast last month. Evans admitted that she totally understood the speculation, saying, I feel like our careers, people are going to have questions. I totally get it. And their podcast topic is kind of like hot topics in Bachelor Nation. So I totally get them speculating. It's really confusing because Justin and I haven't said anything publicly. So that's just something I think is bound to happen when you are in a public relationship. At some point, it's important to set boundaries for yourself, for your partner, for your relationship. I think we've just been kind of keeping things more private, obviously more private than usual, while we figure things out for ourselves, either individually or together. And again, there were some photos where Justin was spotted walking with another woman or whatever. No one's accusing anybody of cheating whatsoever. That's not an accusation. It's just people that care about them want to know. And then there's also the nosy people who just want to click on this and go, I want all the tea. And they have every right not to share that tea. At the time and that's why, by the way, what I loved about Brendan Moraes when he broke up, like they didn't make a statement. They just moved on. Victoria Fuller kind of just moves on, you know? I think that's good to not play into that hype if you can. She said, we've always wanted to just kind of protect our privacy, which sounds funny to say because we went on the show where our romantic connections are far from private, but we wanted to just protect our peace. Oh, this is Justin saying this, and control our narrative and not put any pressure on our relationship. So that's where it is. That's where the relationship is. You know how it is. If you've ever gone through a breakup, you just get a pint of Daisy cottage cheese to help you wash away the sorrow. The other thing that would be smart for them if they do break up is the smart thing would be to wait on commenting so that way whatever resentment, cold blood, whatever issues they have, that kind of just goes away. You know what I mean? So again, we'll have to see. By the way, I mean, nobody's been on top of, no pun intended, maybe that was the wrong choice of words. No one's been on top of the Susie Justin story like me. Caught smooching on New Year's. This was 7 months ago, so it's been a hell of a year for them. And then we have, are they dating? And by the way, how good are my thumbnails, right? Aren't they the best? You know who would agree that my thumbnails are the best? The wonderful and lovely Charlene and Andy bonding on their recent Bachelor recap, episode 5, bonding over their admiration for a Dave Neal thumbnail. Have a listen.
Just on the gram, and suddenly it was like, hey, this guy, he has 50,000 Instagram followers. He's a fraud.
So I was hit with, I think it might have been a Dave Neal thumbnail, but something about how he apparently vlogged his journey there.
Oh, wait, I think it was Dave Neal.
Oh, was it Dave Neal?
Yeah. It was. It must be Dave Neal.
When in doubt, it's Dave Neal. 85% of the time, it's Dave Neal. Shout out Dave Neal. Yeah. Okay, so do we therefore think that he was there for the wrong reason?
There it is. They love me some Dave Neal. 85% of the time, I'm right 100% of the time. There it is. Well, we got love a good shout out. Love it indeed. What else do we have here? I think that might do it for our show today. Oh, one more update. You know, this is kind of like a little bit of a mailroom. We got a lot going on here. Thomas was voted off this season of The Bachelorette, and he made a statement, so let's share it. Blessed is an absolute understatement for how I feel about this experience with Bachelorette. Thank you to everyone at ABC, casting, and everyone behind the scenes that made this happen for me. I appreciate you so much. Thank you to everyone who has been Team Thomas from the beginning. I love and appreciate you too. To Bachelor Nation, thank you for continuing to show your passion for this franchise. Over the last 5 weeks, I've gotten racial slurs, go kill yourself, I hope you die, and every other hateful message in between based off a character y'all saw for 10 minutes about over 5 weeks. Oh my gosh, I haven't read this before. This is wild. To the people who know me and have supported me through this process, thank you so much. It's been a wild ride. I'll see y'all soon. With love, Thomas. That's crazy. That was just thrown in there. I mean, I don't want that. I don't wish that on anybody. I just, you ever have that moment, Ron Burgundy moment, where I was reading it like a teleprompter? I was like, oh, to Bachelor Nation, over the last 5 weeks, I've gotten, go kill yourself. Whoa, geez, I didn't know that I was going to go in that direction. Either way, yes, the internet is filled with people that need therapy, and I agree we should all try our best to ignore them. Boy, is it not easy. I'm going to have all of your stories you didn't know you needed, including whether or not this Boeing aircraft is stuck in space, okay? We need to know these things. I've got those stories, Olympic stories, a Clayton Echard story, and more on this afternoon's Rush Hour podcast with Dave Neal. All you have to do is go to Rush Hour, just search Rush Hour podcast with Dave Neal, or my name, Dave Neal, wherever you listen to podcasts. I'm right 85% of the time. You might as well join us. That's a solid B. We'll see you then. Bye, everybody.